All right, thanks, guys. We improved to 5-1 with a push in our last 7 board member package plays yesterday on my Patreon website. Guys, we're hitting at 63% in our last 25 board member package plays on my Patreon website, where we do daily premium picks beginning at just $1.99 per month. Now, that board member package is a little bit more than $1.99, as it should be, especially if you're hitting at 63% in your last 25. Now, we're also 6-2 in our last 8 extra daily picks. And, of course, the extra daily pick, that's another package that I offer, and that's just $2.99 through the end of the month. Guys, we have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages, and we're red hot in a couple different ones. If you want to check it out, click the link in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, guys, we got ourselves a nice little slate of NBA action here tonight, so let's go ahead and dive into it. And according to the big screen in the back, we're going to start off with the Knicks taking on the Hornets. 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Charlotte. The Hornets are the 1.5-point favorite, total at 209. 63% are leaning Charlotte, 62% shaded toward the over. And right now the Knicks are plus $1.10 on the road. Now, if you like the Knicks in this spot here, they've lost 7 out of their last 10 games. They've also really struggled on the road this year. Winners in just 6 out of their 23 road games. The Knicks rank in the bottom 3 in the NBA in scoring. They're also in the bottom 5 in offensive field goal percentage. Right now, they're currently placed as the 13th seed, and they are 7 games back of the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. A couple more things to add about the Knicks. They're in the bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding at home. They're scoring just 103 points per contest on average. And R.J. Barrett still out indefinitely with an injury. Now, Charlotte, on the other side, they are 3-2 against the spread in their last 5. They're also 6-4 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with the Knicks, if you're into historical trends. Devontae Graham, 19 points a game, 4 rebounds, 8 assists for this Hornets squad. Terry Rozier, 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for him. And P.J. Washington, 12 points a game, 5 rebounds for the Hornets. 5 out of Charlotte's last 6 games did stay under the number. They're also 13-9 to the under on their home court. The Knicks, on the other side, 6-1 to the under in their last 7 themselves. They're also 28-19 to the under overall for the year. I'm going to lean toward the slight home favorite in this matchup here. Give me Charlotte minus 1.5 and the under 209 in that game. Next matchup, Warriors versus the Sixers. 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Wells Fargo Center in South Philly. The Sixers are the 12.5-point favorite, total at 213. We did see a 1-point fade of the Sixers and movement upward on the total. The Sixers opened minus 13.5 down to minus 12.5. Total open 212 up to 213. 52% are leaning Philly, 53% shaded toward the over. Right now the Warriors are plus $8 on the money line. Now, if you like the Warriors catching a whole bunch of points here, just keep in mind they've lost 9 out of their last 10 games. They rank in the bottom 5 in scoring in the NBA, and they rank dead last in offensive field goal percentage. Now, they currently have the worst record in the NBA right now, just 10-37 overall for the year. They are 26.5 games back of the Lakers, just for, kicks and giggles there. But anyway, the Warriors, bottom 10 in offensive rebounding, bottom 3 in defensive rebounding as well. They've had 23 road games this year. They've won just 3 of them. 3-20 straight up on the road. Bottom 10 in points allowed away from home as well. Now, the Sixers on the other side, winners of 5 out of their last 6. They're also virtually unbeatable at home. They're right up there with the Heat with regard to just home victories. Philadelphia, 21-2 straight up on their home court. They rank in the top 10 in offensive field goal percentage, top 3 in points allowed. Now, Embiid and Smith have been upgraded to questionable, so there is a possibility we could see those guys in some limited action here tonight. Now, Josh Richardson, he is still out indefinitely with that hammy injury, but regardless, Philadelphia, top 3 in defensive rebounding, top 10 in offensive rebounding at home. Tobias Harris, 20 points a game, 7 rebounds for the Sixers. Ben Simmons, he is lighting up the box score: 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals for Ben Simmons. Of course, Al Horford, 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Al Horford, all reliable, man. That guy gets the job done. But anyway, Philly, top 10 in offensive field goal percentage at home. They rank first in the NBA in points allowed at home as well. They're giving up just 101 points per contest. Now, total-wise, Philly's 4-1 to the under in their last 5, 7-2 to the under in their last 9. I'm going to lean Sixers minus 12.5, and the under 213 in that game. Next matchup. Pelicans taking on the Cavaliers, 7:30 Cleveland. The Pels are minus 8, totals 232. 69% are leaning Pelicans, 51% on the over. Right now the Cavs are plus 290 on the money line. Cleveland ranks in the top 5 in defensive rebounding. They also successfully covered the point spread in 3 out of their last 6. Colin Sexton, 19 points a game, 3 rebounds for him. Kevin Love, 18 points a game, 10 rebounds for the Cavaliers. And of course, Tristan Thompson, 12 points a game and double-digit rebounds for Tristan. Now, Cleveland ranks in the top 5 in defensive rebounding at home as well. Meanwhile, the Pelicans, they failed to cover the point spread in 2 out of their last 3. They're also just 9-14 straight up when traveling this year. The Pels rank in the bottom 3 in points allowed, bottom 10 in defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing 118 points per contest when traveling. Now, total-wise, the Pelicans are 80% to the over in their last 10. They're also 14-9 to the over on the road. Cleveland on the other side, 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. Give me Cleveland plus 8 and the over 232 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. Now we have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. One of our packages is the board member package. We're currently 5-1 with a push in our last 7 board member package plays on that site. We're also hitting at 63% in our last 25 board member package plays on that site as well. And of course, if you want a little bit more of an affordable package just to kind of dip your toes in the water and get your feet wet, we have a $2.99 package through the end of the month. It's called the Extra Daily Pick. It's just $2.99 through the rest of the month, and we're currently 6-2 in our last 8 extra daily plays on that site as well. Now you might be wondering, well, why would I buy a pick from you, a month's worth of picks from you on Patreon when you're giving me the picks for free here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great thought. I gotta tell you this: I do handicap every single game on the board, side and total, here on YouTube. I implore you, please do not bet every single game side and total. If you were going to bet every game, you're guaranteed to lose all your money. You're going to lose in the long run, probably going to end up losing your money in the short run. It's just too many angles, too many plays. The math becomes aggressively against you the more action you have, especially if you're betting every single game. So what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium picks per day. They're high percentage selections, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much: my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board, throwing darts with my eyes closed. So check me out on Patreon. Link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Hawks taking on the Raptors, 7:30 Toronto. The Raptors open as the 12-point favorite, up to 12.5. Total open 232, up to 233. 58% are leaning Hawks, 52% on the under. Right now, Atlanta's plus $7 on the money line. Now, Alex Len and DeAndre Bembry, they are out for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando questionable, and Jabari Parker still out for Atlanta. The Hawks rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 10 in offensive rebounding. Out of their 24 road games this year, they've been victorious in just 5 of them. That's right, 5-19 straight up on the road. They're also just 8-16 against the spread in those 24 road games. They rank in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage. They also rank dead last in three-point percentage as well. To be bluntly honest, Atlanta's got the worst record in the Eastern Conference. They're just 12-35 overall for the year. They're 8 games back of the 8th seed in the East. They rank the bottom 3 in points allowed, bottom 5 in defensive rebounding. They're giving up 122 points per contest when traveling. Now, Toronto on the other side, they are red hot right now. Winners of their last 7 straight. They're also 16-7 at the Scotiabank Arena. They rank in the top 5 in offensive three-point percentage, top 5 in points allowed. Now, keep in mind, Hollis Jefferson and McCall, they are listed as questionable, so keep an eye on those guys. But regardless, Pascal Siakam, 24 points a game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Kyle Lowry, 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. And Freddie Van Fleet, 18 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 steals for Freddie. His Toronto squad is 14-9 against the spread at home. They rank in the top 3 in defensive field goal percentage. They're also giving up just 106 points per contest. Now, 5 out of Toronto's last 7 did get over the number. Meanwhile, Atlanta 6-1 to the over in their last 7 themselves. I'm going to lean Toronto minus 12.5 and the over 233 in that game. All right, guys, make sure you go ahead and click the link in the comment section below, and that's going to take you to part 2 of this video. That's going to do it for part 1, but go ahead and click the link in the comment section below, and that's going to take you to part 2. All right, next game, it is going to be the Wizards taking on the Bucks